I have not been on YouTube since I just checked and it says my last uploaded video was in August of 2021. We are now January of 2025. That makes it almost 3.5 years ago since I actively posted on this app, on this platform, should I say. Let's just get straight to the point. 2021 and we are now 2025. So much life has happened since then. Oh my God, where do I even start? First of all, I had a whole child. I'm a mother. I had my son in 2022. I had him in LA. Actually, that was my last video before I went completely ghost, was a apartment tour of the place that I lived in LA. That is also the place where I spent most of my pregnancy. I didn't have him at home, but I had him at a birthing center in LA. So that was very special to me. So lived in LA, had my son. He is turning 3 in literally 3 months. That is how long it's been. That is how fast time goes. It's actually crazy. Once I had my son, we spent a couple more months in LA until I think it was like the end of 2022 or early 2023. And then I moved back to the East Coast because postpartum was kicking my ass. Yeah, postpartum was tough and I felt very alone. I felt very lonely. I felt very out of my body. Like, I just didn't feel like myself. I felt like I was alone. Like, that was a really big part of it as well. And I missed having like my family or my close ones nearby, especially being a first-time mom living in a city so far away from everyone, which that is another reason why I don't think I could ever live somewhere like LA ever again. It's just so far removed from the rest of the world, and I did not realize how far removed it was until I lived there. It's a beautiful city, beautiful city, and it has so much to offer, but it was during my postpartum time that I realized, like, no, I can't be here. This is not for me. Even though I had a beautiful apartment, but I just realized I need community. I need my people around me. And I think I had a little bit of a postpartum depression maybe. I definitely had postpartum anxiety kicking in. Decided, I was like, okay, I gotta get up and go. One thing about me, if you know me personally, then you know I will move. I will pick up and go. That's one thing that I am really good at, is picking up and going. So yeah, since 2021, I've moved 2 or 3 times, which is kind of crazy to think about because why am I moving this much? But so yeah, I left LA in 2022 or 2023, like early 2023, moved back to the East Coast, which was the best decision I could have ever made for my mental health. I was hanging on by a thread, okay? Postpartum was kicking my ass and things were just rough. I was feeling very low. So I knew I had to move back closer to something that felt familiar and something that felt closer to the people that I know. I did not move back to Brooklyn, unfortunately. I've always lived in Brooklyn for all my time that I've lived in New York. It was always Brooklyn. I lived in Harlem for a little bit, but that wasn't too long. This time around, I had a little baby. So Brooklyn wasn't really ideal for me until I got really comfortable, at least. We're now end of 2023. I kind of decided to play with the idea of looking into buying property, and that is how we got to 2024. I bought my very first house. Yes, she's a big girl now. She got a baby, she bought a house, and I got my license in 2024. I actually did accomplish a lot of things in 2024, even though it did not feel like that. But looking back at it now, I did. So I bought a house, and that is actually where I am sitting right now, is my house, my home. I've been decorating, furnishing, having fun, slow decorating, and just being a mom and still working. I'm still doing content, which is crazy because it's been 8 years almost. And I can't believe this is still a job that I have. Which leads me to my next life update, is I launched my very own jewelry brand last year, 2024. I launched my very own jewelry brand called Corset, and that has been in the making since 2019, pre-pandemic. And it has been something that I was just so scared and fearful of putting out. And once we put it out last year, I felt like 1,000 pounds came off of my chest. So that was a huge moment for me, and I felt so relieved to finally have put that out there. And it's something that I'm working on still, testing things out, playing around with designs, playing around with new ideas. So definitely give Corset a follow on Instagram if you haven't yet. I would love for you to see it, to see what I created. And yeah, that is kind of what I've been up to. I still need to get a car. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm a little bit scared of driving. Like, it gives me anxiety, but I have to like get over that and actually just do it. But yeah, that's kind of like my little life update on where I've been the past few years. And I feel like this is a good way of me getting back here and kind of sharing with you guys what you might have missed out on, if you care to know what you've missed out on, and where I'm at in life. And I really wanted to come back on YouTube because I feel like connecting a little bit more with my community and sharing more what I do in my day to day, because till this day I still get a lot of questions from people like, how do you do what you do, or what is it that you even do? And I always think it's like self-explanatory, but then I realized like actually it's not. People don't know. So I want to share those parts of myself. I want to share more of motherhood, being a small business owner, living in New York or around New York, and what that is like, and how I've made all of this happen basically. Because if you've been following me from the beginning, then you know I'm not from here. I actually grew up in the Netherlands and Belgium, and I moved out here after college. So it's been quite a journey, and it's been such a transformative journey. This is only the start. I just know this is only the beginning. And I really want to share all these moments with you guys, and I feel like I've missed out on sharing these moments with you all over the past 8 years. And I feel like this is now my moment where I can actually share this with you all. I feel like I'm stepping into a new era of myself. I'm also in my 30s now. There's this more like a calmness and a softness about me. I feel a little bit more at peace, less all over the place, like how I was in my 20s. I feel like I have the room now. I have the space to actually share things with you guys, share certain aspects of my life, and share them from a point of I'm still going through this, I'm still learning, but also share a little bit of wisdom with it for someone who might be younger than me, or someone who wants to do what I do, or someone who is just interested in knowing what it is that I do. I want to do weekly vlogs every Sunday. I don't know what my vlogging style will be yet. I'm really just gonna try it out and see what works best for me. I feel like I'm gonna land on something that I love. I've been watching a lot of vlogs, and I really love how the girls are just, everyone is kind of in that era where they're just like calmer and softer, and they're just showing you the behind the scenes of their life, like little clips here and there. So I feel like that's probably going to be the direction that I go into with my vlogs. Some of them I'll be chatting a lot, and some of them I'll just show you what I'm doing without talking, with a little bit of music in the background. But I would also love your suggestions of what you would love to see for me to share on this page. But yeah, thanks for watching me ramble about my life. I hope you stick around, and if you want to leave me a comment, leave me a comment. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you share, all that good stuff. Drop me some suggestions of things that you would also love to see me do on here. So I hope that wasn't too chatty. Okay, bye.